Down 2 times. How you what?
Man, how you up, my boy? How you been, man?
I'm good. I'm good. So you guys said you just got back from Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How was Atlanta?
Man, Atlanta's Atlanta. You feel me? And what I mean by that is just like it's not a real place. You don't know who you gonna see. You don't know who you gonna run into. You don't know who you gonna end up working with. You feel me? It was amazing. Like from the day I landed, we was at Boosie crib. End up fucking with him, fucking with Sada Baby. Even performed at Bonfire that whole Sunday. And then next thing you know, Monday, I had to go perform at Coalition DJs, and then I had an interview at Every Day is Friday podcast, and then I ended up going to Pandora to get my music playlisted on their station and everything, and then I ended up going to Revolt, just to build a relationship with the PD, yeah, the director of the department and everything. So you get probably hearing my voice. I'm tired, but I'm working. You feel me?
Yeah,
Working.
because you guys like just landed, right?
Yeah, we just landed. Like I still got on the shirt Atlanta. You know me. I would
Yeah.
have been had on a How You What t-shirt or a Pacer jersey on by now.
Hell yeah. So that sounds like a dope business trip. It doesn't sound like you went down there to waste any time.
Mm-mm.
So how did that happen? Like, can you give any advice to artists that want to branch out to other cities, but they don't have a whole list of things to do?
Nah, yeah, definitely. The advice would be first just get out, just go experience. Of course, you're not gonna have those connections at first. You're not even gonna have them answers. You feel me? But you got to get out to go find them. Some of the answers is not gonna come to you. So what I did was I lived in Atlanta for close to a year last year, and when I went out there, I had nobody. My pops lived out there for like a month, but then he moved back. But the way I ended up building those connections was I circled back from with Trap Beckham because I met him at South by Southwest, and I tapped in. I was like, "Yo, you need some beats, woo woo." And then after that, we just had been locked in, so I started making beats for him, and then so that made me more of a value to the team. You feel me? Of the vision what he had.
Yeah.
So
You found a way to provide value for them.
yeah, provide value. Make yourself valuable out there.
Yeah. And when you're trying to network, it's like if you can provide value for somebody, they're gonna accept it most times. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You just have to figure out kind of what you can do that will help them instead of like asking for
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like, yeah, I always compare the music industry to basketball. Like, of course, when we growing up, everybody want to be like Kobe. Everybody want to be like Jordan. But reality is, some people don't end up like that, but they end up having longevity in this game and being very successful by playing their role. And the role players is just as important. Um, than the stars, So, and some people started off as role players, then branched off into becoming stars just on a different team. They waited for their time. So, like I said, I went out there, I started producing, I started shooting videos out there too. So I started shooting for Trap. I had shot a video for Cap G just to like recaps and stuff like that and everything. So I started getting attention, and I started producing. Like I met E, I linked up with E out there.
Really?
Yeah, that's how me and E end up getting a lot of the Thug Vision 3 and some more tracks that we still got in the works together. You feel me?
That's dope. Yeah, he has a ton of unreleased music and shit.
Yeah,
That's
boy,
dope.
that's my boy. That boy working on my mama.
Yeah.
Woof, I'm so tired.
Yeah. Shout out to him. So, uh, yeah. So explain what you do because you do a lot of different things, right? You have a lot of different kind of motion going on right now.
Yeah, I do a lot. I don't limit myself. Like I said, initially I'm an artist. You feel me? I'm a rapper, but like I produce, I act, I do comedy. I do OnlyFans, you feel me? I do video work. I do everything. I don't limit myself. I'm just an all-out hustler in this entertainment industry.
I feel that because in a way, as an artist, you have to be like you have to be able to generate different revenue streams. You have to
hmm
be seen in different ways, and if you have the skills to edit a video or to make a beat or whatever, put that shit to work. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then eventually you'll realize too, because once I started doing all that shit and doing it for other people, I was like, yo, why am I not doing this for myself?
And
So
the ones you do for yourself will be better because of all the reps you got working with these other people.
exactly. And that's exactly what's been happening. That's how I ended up back here. You feel me? For Streets Fest. You feel me?
That's dope. You're performing at Trees?
Yeah, I'm performing at Trees Saturday at I want to say I'm on the Atomic Bowl stage. I'm not sure. Like I said, I think I'm pretty sure I'm on Atomic Bowl stage, but yeah.
Is that tomorrow?
That is tomorrow.
Damn, I was gonna say I'll try to get this out and clip by then, but that's gonna be a quick.
Nah, alright, we ain't gonna get. But
Yeah.
hey, y'all definitely, you feel me? Y'all definitely gonna hear about
No,
it.
that's dope. So I don't know, like I don't have Twitter at all. I don't follow you know any of that stuff. But I heard through the Instagram y'all went viral, right? Like I heard people in here talking about it and stuff.
Yeah,
Can
man.
can you just explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so like my girl's actually an OnlyFans model and everything, you feel me? She's a well adult entertainer. And when I came and ended up meeting her, that was something that I was open up to doing because I actually had an OnlyFans myself, but I wasn't too deep into it. And so the way that we ended up going viral was, I mean, of course we was making videos and stuff like that, but then, around this time it was the rock paper scissors challenge with the food and everything, and then
What is that? Because I don't even know what that
you
is.
don't know? Okay, so the rock paper scissors challenge is basically when it's two people and they're playing rock paper scissors, and the loser got to run off and basically go touch whatever
Oh,
and
I
then
have
come
seen it.
back.
Okay, I'm stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have
yeah,
seen
and
it.
then the winner got to eat the food. Well, this time we kind of like substituted the food with my girl. You feel me? So it was kind of like rock paper scissors. You feel me?
Innovation.
Yeah, you got to make it work. You feel me? A little different. Think outside the box a little bit. Have some fun with it. We still kids deep inside.
No, but that's dope. So how have you sort of been using like what's it been like? You know what I mean?
So
Just
listen, it's been nuts. I'm not even gonna hold you to the point like that opened up doors for me. People started to follow me. People started to get to know me. They're like, "Oh man, you and the yellow girl dress, y'all are so viral." Like, and far as like income wise, it definitely changed a lot of things for me because like I was just working a 9 to 5, a few months ago. Like no lie, like waking up and going to the job, like I hate this shit. You feel me? And what it did was it created an opportunity for me to focus more on my music. Now, yes, with some stuff it comes other stuff. So with the OnlyFans stuff, yeah, I did gain fans and I did lose some fans. You feel me? Because people, they started judging me for doing that. But overall, I gained more than I lost, and I gained more, with friends, fans, financials, and like I said, it just built up more of an opportunity to do this music shit more independently and do it the more the right way because I spent so much money broke into this shit, failing and not getting the right answers. And then when I went to Atlanta, found the answers, and then this shit just happened. I just woke up one morning and next thing you know, it was just 20 bands in our account.
really?
Like it's just shit like that. You feel me?
Damn.
It ended up going more, but it was just like, yo, what the fuck? You feel me?
Yeah.
You get a little scared with the money. You like, I don't even know what to invest in now because I didn't lost so much in the music industry. But like ever since then, I just been using it in the right ways and stuff like that. And it was crazy because the money helped, but it was the relationships that really made more of a difference than the money. It's just the money showed the relationships that I had. Like, oh, he's trying. He's working. He's
Yeah.
doing something.
Yeah. And like you said, it'll kind of filter out the people that might not really have been a fan of you. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
Which is a good thing because a lot of times, especially when you're stuck here, at least you're thinking like random people in Indiana are your fans, but really you
Mm.
got to reach the whole internet and the whole world to see who's actually going to resonate with your shit.
Nah,
You know
real
what I mean?
talk. You feel me? I be telling people you gotta get out. You gotta explore out. You feel me? Can't just be stuck here and just trying little things. You feel me? Like yes, it's okay to live here, but still go out explore and try different stuff.
Yeah. What other cities have you been to besides Atlanta?
So I've been to New Orleans. I've been to Arizona. I've been to Vegas. I've been to California, Ohio, and these are all places that I actually lived in for a second,
Mm.
except Vegas and California. But yeah, I lived there, and every city that I went, I networked and I met people. That was the most important thing to me because I'm a true believer in your network is your net worth. You feel me? So. Um, always went down there on the producer tip though. I never went on the rapper tip. So that was the difference maker in this whole thing. Cause once people, I've been putting music out. You feel
Yeah.
me? Been doing this shit. They don't know. You feel me? People back home know, but they don't know. But then as
Yeah.
soon as I started producing and getting all the relationships, as soon as I dropped my rapping shit, they was like, "Whoa, you rap?" Like you feel me? So like
But that kind of gets your foot in the door, you know what I mean? Which is
exactly. Now they
it's
now
good.
they seeing
Do,
yeah, you value now. You really valuable. You
do
feel
you
me?
make your own beats when you rap?
Yeah, I do sometimes. I say sometimes because the reason why I'm still open to being a collaborative person. So
Mm.
I like working with different producers. I do like making my own beats as well, but I really got into the game of making beats to collab with people. I wasn't even thinking of making beats for myself until I want to say last year. E kind of inspired me just to be like, hey, start making your own beats for yourself. And that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what I did when I got in Atlanta. Like had made a couple songs, beats for myself, but I never pushed it to where like, oh, this is the single. This is the one I'm gonna push where I ain't gotta pay nobody. I did
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, and it's great to do both that because you can use the collaborations, get the traction, then boom, drop the song you get 100% of. You know what I mean? Like, or you do like a distribution deal for like one of the songs, but then you have in your bag you can release a song you get 100% of. So the whole
Exactly.
way up, you just keep making it more profitable than like having to split 5 different ways out. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then you know how different it is now that I got the financial backing behind that because if I would have signed with a label, they probably would have took a lot of a bigger percentage. You feeling like, oh, he's
Mm-hmm.
starting now, even though I'm not starting now, but in their eyes, oh, he's starting now. We can only help him get like that. But now that I got the financial backing,
It lets you negotiate.
yeah, let me negotiate if I ever want to go into there or if I just want to stay independent because a lot of times I tell people who's big on independent because I am
Mm-hmm.
to just invest in the money in marketing and promotion and build your fan base because that's essentially where your money's going to come from.
Yeah. No, that's facts. And in advance, there's so many misconceptions around when a label gives you 20K, you're going to end up owing 100K
Yeah,
because of the interest rate
yeah,
on it.
yeah, they
And
don't
it's,
know about that though. They
yeah.
think it's just all
And
good
all
right
the
now.
expenses for everything still come out of the artist side. So
Hmm.
it's like to get ahead with that model is hard. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But if you can provide your own backing or you know that you can build up your own revenue and stuff to where you have leverage to negotiate a good deal, that's where it's at.
yeah, man.
So if if somebody watching this, that's a artist here, they came into $20,000 like you said, and obviously it could be more or less, but let's use 20,000 as an
For
example.
sure.
What would you recommend they do to help themselves?
First thing I recommend you do is it's funny because like I'm still trying to figure that answer out, and the reason why I can't give a clear answer is because I still try to run the mindset like I don't have it. You know,
Mm.
um, I still dream chase and just run off of building relationships. Now, when money come into play, now it don't cost as much because I got that relationship. So, if I could say anything, just build your relationships, and then when you get the money, know where to spend the money at with the right people with those relationships. Because where I fucked up so many years was spending money with people who wasn't in the industry for real. They just
Mhm.
knew somebody. You feel me? They didn't necessarily have the answer. They just, oh, this my homie.
Right.
Yeah, I can connect you. I need, I can set you up in the meeting 500, da, 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 and it's
Yeah.
nothing. You feel
I know
me?
exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. So like, what I say is, the first thing is investing, going to the studio, laying down some tracks. After that, get it mixed and mastered. Find a single. Find a distribution that you want to push it through. Right now, I'm keeping it simple. I'm using DistroKid and I'm using Even. I'm testing Even out because I've been hearing good reviews from it.
What
So
is even?
Even is like the new It's a new distribution company. So it's for people who's big on being independent artists and believe in the fans should pay for what they believe the art is worth. So like I might put an album out on Even, right? And you may not have $10 to get it, but you can pay $5. You can pay $4 to buy it.
And that translates it to the streams. I think I've
Yeah,
seen that
yeah, you
before.
feel me? And so like you got somebody might pay $100 for your album just because they fuck with you like that. So I've been looking and dropping my album on Even. Right now I'm just dropping EPs on distro. So like I said, I recommend finding a distribution. Once you get that single, push that single and invest your money into marketing like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Another thing is like when I went to Atlanta and did my run, I found out about coalition DJs and ATL top 20 DJs, Nerve DJs. Get familiar with the DJs.
What's a coalition DJ?
A coalition DJ is like a big old it's a big ass DJ pool. You feel me? Well, they're called coalition DJs. But coalition is basically with DJs all get together and they push and break records all at once together. You feel me?
Mm.
And like I said, I recommend definitely getting a part of that and pushing your music through that and social media, and then stay consistent. That's all you have to do. Like, you know, when it came to this media trip that this media run that I'm doing for my single "What You Want," I built those relationships, and then I didn't have to like middleman nothing, pay extra for this. I went to the main source. If I had to
Yeah.
pay anybody, I got to pay the main source. You feel me?
Yeah.
And
You're
it
not paying somebody else to do it for
no,
you.
no, and look, it's paying off. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
And that's the key too, because you have the understanding of the business. You know,
hmm
where you're seeing like you got to do X, Y, and Z so that you can make money, but like you're seeing the whole path together where like so many artists they want to hire a manager that just
yeah,
pieces it all together without them ever knowing it themselves, and then it's like that's how you get screwed because
yeah.
you can't trust somebody if you don't know what they're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And as far as like when it comes to the manager stuff too, I always hear people say, "Oh, I got this manager trying to charge me monthly and this and that." Normally, if you have a manager, you do the 80-20 percentage or whatever percentage y'all work out that y'all believe works for y'all situation. I can't speak for everybody's situation, but you have to find the right manager. You have to find somebody who believe in your dream. Like, you know, my manager, he believed in my dream and didn't even ask for no money or nothing like that. You feel me? And
What and they're supposed to manage the business and get a percentage of what they manage. You know, like
exactly. Like,
I guess it's a little different if they're one of the managers like trying to help you from the ground up. Like if you don't know about fucking DistroKid,
yeah,
and like there's like a ground floor where of course you're not going to have any money coming in to pay him anything. But yeah, I know what you mean though. Like you as an artist, you got to make that business before you get a manager, before a label invests in your business.
hmm
You have to form that kind of independent business model
yeah,
of whatever works for you. Because like you said, it's not always that people don't know the keys. It's like there's not one exact answer that fits everybody because every
exactly.
artist is different and there's different paths.
Yeah, and the thing that works with me and my manager is because of effort and dream
Mm,
chasing. Because there's a lot of people who get managers or PRs that have credibility but don't put in the work because they probably just see your upcoming and don't think that you're worth their time as much. They just really running off with your money.
yeah,
You
or
know,
they just want to be part of it
yeah,
too.
that way when you do something yourself, they be like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm his manager." Nah, so like I said, the
How
thing,
did you meet your manager?
it's crazy. I met him at a comedy show, and it was a comedy show that he was throwing himself. And it's crazy because the comedy show that he threw with Malik B, I'm actually here, performing with Malik B today and tomorrow. You feel me? I'm doing comedy as well, so like it just shows how long that relationship. But I met him there just to go check out the venue, and he invited me. He was like, "I want you to come check it out." The hospitality was great. The way he treated us, like it separated bullshit. You feel me? For some realistic, because normally when people invite you out, you be like, "Oh, now I got to pay at the door. Now I got," but nah, like he really took care of us. And then the next day we went and just talked, and I don't know. Since that day, I just seen the vision and things that he had and what he was doing, and then the people who he had around him. I see people. It remind me of myself. Like, hey, you're dream chasing. You're doing everything by yourself. Everybody seem like they there, but then soon as the shit getting close to the time and hit the fan, people pull back.
Yeah.
People was by yourself, and I seen how hard he was chasing his dream, and that I think that's really what got us connected because, like, I just seen it, the effort that he does. You know, a lot of people don't do that, and like my manager don't have all the connections in the world with like that. You feel me? But with my connections, it was so easy for my manager, like, hey yo, I'm gonna have my manager reach out to you. And they, okay, bet, boom, we get stuff done. My manager runs my itinerary. I had created the itinerary. I said, make sure I stay on schedule because I
Mm,
will fuck up. You feel me?
yeah.
He literally on our ass, hey, make sure you post. Make sure you do this. Like it's crazy because like I said, people don't know he just did 9 years. He just got out. Like he been out for like 9-10 months.
Yeah.
And people wouldn't even know because how much he's
He
really
was throwing comedy shows that fast too. That's tight. And that shows he's a doer instead of like a talker. Because
exactly. A lot
yeah,
of people talk, but a lot of people
it's
don't
easy
do.
to have a good idea. It's hard to execute on it. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy because ever since we linked up, we didn't execute it on a lot of ideas. It was funny. A lot of them went great. Some of them didn't go the best, but we learned from them, and we been succeeding since then. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, this whole trip for Atlanta, he said, bro, this is probably one of the best trips I ever had to Atlanta. Like you feel me? That I ever had. He said I never seen somebody work so hard like us. You feel me? So yeah, that's what you want to find a manager, somebody who believes in your dreams and just as hungry as you. You know?
Yeah, because it sounds like he kind of understands your business and your brand, what you're trying to do too. Which you have to have that kind of trust and like balance in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is hard to be consistent. And like you said, failures will happen.
Yeah.
And really, it's more about how you bounce back from failure, because everybody's gonna deal with failure. But if you can't bounce back from it, you're gonna let the first one fuck everything up.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
man. You feel me? So everything happened for a reason, man. It's crazy because like it's so many people I knew for years. You feel me? That wanted to be my manager, or I try to be my manager, and they haven't done half of what this man has done in the last few months. And the difference between them and him is he put in effort.
No, that's
That's funny. I totally forgot about that. All right.
all right. Like we were just talking about. You know what I mean? It's failure happens, but it's just how you deal with it. So I saw the clip of you performing comedy. When was that?
It was like it's crazy. Like a month ago, like yeah, three weeks, maybe a month ago. I performed at this comedy place, Stir Crazy, for the first time, and
Is that here
nah, it's in
in Atlanta?
Arizona. It's in
Arizona?
Arizona, yeah. And shit, ever since then, I'm a comedian now, I guess. Getting
No,
booked and
that's dope.
everything.
You seemed like comfortable and fluid, where I've seen a lot of other beginner comedians that don't like achieve that comfortability or whatever.
Yeah, man. From being a regular entertainer, being on that stage, like it was nothing. Cause the type of music that I make, I always been about what I go through, and same with comedy. Like these jokes, but this is some real shit I'm going through. Y'all laughing at what the
Yeah.
BS I go through. So that's why it's just so comfortable. Cause the same way I talk on stage is the same way I talk at home.
Do you write it out?
I sometimes I do, but a lot of times I just go based off the crowd. Like I might have a go-to joke or whatever when I start, just to test the water. I'll see how the
Mhm.
crowd is, and then after that, I really just freestyle the shit. Like I don't know, I always. It's funny because my homie, he gave me 2 drinks of Don Julio. He was like, "There you go, you ready?" He said, he said you ready." And ever since then, it works. You feel me? I go right off the head.
Damn. That's in that. But when you're rapping, you're not going off the head, So like,
hmm
that's got to be a sort of a different thing.
It is. It is. It definitely it is because like thing is, if you say something stupid in rap, they gonna just disregard the song for real sometimes. You feel me? But
Mm.
at least when you say a joke, you kind of like, okay, that wasn't funny, and then you can come right back.
Yeah.
You got a chance. One song, they might be like, I ain't trying to hear this shit anymore. This shit ain't.
How many times have you gotten up on stage?
Twice. That one that was on there, that I posted on Instagram was my second time. My first time that I got up, it was during COVID, actually, and you feel me? And I just did a practice set because I saw people doing it that was quote unquote comedians, and I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, man, them niggas ain't that funny.
Right.
I was like, I could do that shit. You feel me? They ain't
Right.
talk about nothing, and I don't know. It was funny because my homie Drake the comedian, he actually challenged me. He was like, "Oh yeah, well I bet you can't go do a set." And I was like, "All right, bet, fuck it."
Yeah.
And what did I do? Did it.
No, that's real. And you're kind of getting out of your own way too, because a lot of comedians probably like get stuck like, oh, I'm trying to be a comedian. I'm a like where like it sounded like you did it more for fun. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Which is
yeah.
probably the better energy you need for
Yeah,
it.
like man, look, some people go out there and do it for a check, and I respect it. You feel me? I'm just doing everything that y'all see me do because it's something I love to do. You feel me? Like I could die tomorrow. You feel me? And at least I could be like, shit. I tried everything I wanted to do. You
That's
feel me?
dope. Yeah, that's what you should do.
Cause
Shit, you shouldn't be boxed into. Oh, he only raps. Like
yeah,
he doesn't make beats or he doesn't fucking. He's not funny. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Nah, like when I got into the music, you feel me? I didn't even get into the music for the money. I had got into it because I love music. I thought it was dope. It was fun as fuck to me to put words together and watch people be like, oh, or people be like, what? Like you feel me? So yeah, it's all fun. It's all fun. That's how it came off naturally.
where have you performed music wise?
I performed everywhere, man. I performed at South by Southwest in Texas. I done performed at the Arizona State Fair in Arizona. I done performed in Atlanta at Bonfire. I'm performing. It's crazy because this is actually my first time performing at home. That's what's crazy. I performed. Damn, I done performed everywhere. This is my first time performing at home. That's crazy to think about it. I
Oh,
didn't.
that's dope.
Yeah,
It's
but
cool to see what Treese is doing too, like making kind of their own movement here in Indy. It's good to
yeah,
see.
I definitely appreciate y'all for that too. I just want to let Sharice know that too because that's crazy for me to be here and y'all the first people to give me an opportunity, man. Saw something different in me, and I appreciate that for real.
So if they have to listen to one song, what song would you want them to listen to?
I would want them to listen to "Closer to My Dreams." You know that represents a lot of us from here. You feel me? Shit, a lot of people who hear the song might even know exactly what I'm talking about. So, I want people to hear that song because that's exactly what it represents me and it represents us, So, yeah.
Oh, that's dope. I like to ask this of artists too. Can you spit like your hardest 8 bars?
My heart is 8 bars. What y'all want, man? I watch our black queens suffer for generation of crack fiends. Life scar from being beaten by black kings. That brings a cycle that's hard to break. Young lady settle for less. They follow mama mistake from drama when she was 8. Post trauma she cannot break. If mama thinking it's cool, she thinking that it's okay for a man to disrespect the young lady. He call you out your name. You having a nigga, baby. Damn. I want y'all to think about that. That's just a quick little 8 to 10. You feel me? Like I'm
No, that's hard.
storytelling.
Yeah.
I'm a storyteller.
Yeah, you can tell there's like a message sort of in there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So do you write out your raps then? Like something like that is probably. It sounds like you could write it without even a beat.
Nah, so like it's crazy because I always wrote. I was a big advocate on writing music, And then as I got older, it's funny. Every time I go to the studio now, I write the first verse, but the second verse I freestyle.
Mm.
You
Like,
know?
that's like a good combination though too, because it carries the vibe through the rest of the song, but it gets what you want to say out front.
Yeah, exactly. I always want to go in there. I try to go prepared. I might write like I don't know what it is to me. It's like when it comes to writing that second verse on paper, it be so hard I get stuck. So I just go in there and freestyle because it's exactly how I feel at the moment.
Yeah, and you don't want to force it too. You don't want to just say. Sometimes when you write shit out, it doesn't sound like how you would say it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You'll put like big words in there.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this, because really this channel was originally meant to be geared towards producers. I just end up doing a bunch of other shit, kind of.
Gotcha.
But what's the first? Do you remember the first beat you sold?
Yeah, the first beat that I sold was to Action Pack AP. He's with Wolfpack ENT. He was with CMG at the time, and it was bars 3, and it was funny because that was my wackest beat that I ever made, and it sold. Like, you feel
How'd
me?
you get it placed?
Man, my I call her Queen. I call her my sister. Shout out to Queen. She was sending me people that I should try to send beats to, and then he was just one of the young people that was coming up that was just gave me the opportunity, and you feel me? And it was funny because I sold that beat for like $100, and I didn't even get paid.
Really?
I didn't get paid.
Damn.
I was like, they gave me the paperwork and everything. It said $100, and then didn't get paid.
I've seen the same thing happen before too. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna get your 3% or whatever,
Yeah,
and then,
yeah,
then
yeah.
you
That's
never see
exactly what
nothing.
it said. You feel me? 3. That's crazy.
That's what they said. I think we're dealing with the same person or something.
Maybe so. So like
That's
that. So like that was my first beat, and yeah, it gave me my first placement.
That just shows they didn't want to give you shit. If they said 3%,
Nah.
they didn't want to give you nothing.
Nah,
You know what I
but
mean?
like after that, the greatest beat that I have sold so far was to Trap. Well, I'm talking about as far as like money wise. Trap Beckham. Trap Beckham definitely paid me what I was worth. You feel me? He paid me 1,500.
1,500 for the beat.
For the beat.
That's
Yeah,
hard.
that's why I said.
Yeah.
So like, know your worth, kings. Know your worth, kings.
So, but obviously, not every beat's gonna go for that. So like, how do you go about knowing your worth as a producer? Because a lot of these producers they cook up all day. They don't focus on the business side really, but it's like they got 1,000 hard beats. But how do you value it?
I'm gonna be honest. Like, let's just be real. Let's just be clear coded. Cause everybody wanna be like my beat 100, my beat 200, my beat 1,000. Let's be real. If you fuck with somebody heavy, you're not about to charge them out the gate like that. Let's just be honest. Especially if you see opportunity in there, you're not finna charge Future right then and there. If you want the beat, if you know there's gonna be more of a back end, you feel me? Especially if there's real paperwork that's done and everything. So like, cause the thing that came from Action Pack, even though I didn't get paid, I ended up getting more artists that was established in the game wanted beats from me because they heard what I produced for Action Pack. So that made me more money at the end of the day. And then like people who you don't feel like you're serious about their music, they wasting your time and everything. Like, I'm keeping it real. Like I'm not finna sugarcoat shit. You send them the beat packages and everything, and when they're ready and they're serious, then you can charge them. You feel me? 150. What your standard rates is. But I normally send like little samples and snippets of beats to people, and then I go from there. You feel me? So that's how you kind of know your worth. Like, I mean, like you would lose opportunity trying to charge somebody sometimes, even though you might have been fucked over before. Yeah, we done been there. Oh, he said he's gonna give me this. Well, you wasn't dealing with certain people, you feel me? Yeah. So like, when it comes to certain people, like you gotta learn how to negotiate and how to work with, especially if you dealing with somebody who's signed. If you dealing with somebody that's signed a label, definitely charge them. You feel me? Like I said, Future, maybe not depending. You feel me? But like if Republic hit you, not Future, but if Republic, his label or whatever, if they hit you, charge the fuck out of them. You feel me?
Yeah, people have different label pricing. Yeah. Like you'll hear it like even with studios and stuff. If it's a label, it's triple.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Literally, like from that's what I've learned by being in the industry. I'm like, God damn. Like when Trap paid me 1,500, I was like, you sure it is? I fuck with you, boy. I could take.
You want like 5 extra beats or something?
Like
I'll throw them in.
Yeah, you feel me? So
no, but I know what you're saying. And the back end bag is like that is the bigger bag over time. That's the lifelong retirement bag that adds up. But it's just hard until you're working with artists that see streaming. There's like an in between. Because a lot of artists don't get 1,000 streams, and they don't add you on there anyway.
Nah. So that's why I said like, I want to give somebody they flowers that's from here that really did their research and did their damn thing when it came to showing love to the producer, and that was Lil E. Mm-hmm. When me and E met, he paid for some of the beats, and then the rest he was like, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm still working. You feel me? And I believe in E Dream. So I was like, you know what? You showed me my worth when you started, you feel me? So we can work something out. And it's crazy because a lot of artists, they be like, okay, cool, and they never come back, give you your credit or nothing. They just think every beat is free. E literally came back and it's, gave me my credits, asked me what's my BMI, what's my ASCAP, everything get registered. That way, if he couldn't give it to me up front, he making sure I'm getting it back for sure. You feel me?
That's real.
So like, I just want to give him his flowers for doing that because, a lot of people don't go out their way and do that,
Yeah, no, that's dope for sure. And I've had similar, I mean, I engineered most of those songs too. Like a lot of the beats you're talking about, I engineered or whatever, which is dope. And I didn't even realize that, I guess.
It just hit you.
Yeah. But we had a similar experience. It was like 5 a.m. or whatever. He listened through a bunch of beats he didn't like from different producers, and I ended up like playing one of mine, and he hopped on, and like it there is like magic that happens, what I mean?
Exactly. You can see it. That's why I said with different. You can see it.
Yeah. But what other? I'd like to ask this too. Not like saying some artists are better than others or whatever, but I like to shine a light because a lot of the times it's hard to even know who the top artists are.
Right.
So, who would be your top 5 Indianapolis artist list?
Top 5 Indianapolis artist list. Skip, I gotta put Skip up there.
He's hard.
I gotta put E up there. I gotta put Paris up there.
Mm.
Um, Tone. I gotta put Tone. And then, to be honest, I'm gonna put myself.
Yeah. Humbly, yeah.
Humbly.
But yeah, I know
You
what you're
feel me? I
saying.
don't. I listen. Like I said. Like I would put somebody up there, but I'd be wrong if I didn't put myself.
Yeah, no, and you should feel like that. So, but to the other artists watching this, that are trying to make that list, what do you think a new artist could do to make that list? Because a lot of those artists, they've been dominating that top spot for
Yeah,
a good 10 years almost. You know what I
definitely.
mean? Like you can't mention top rappers without hearing those names.
Nah, definitely.
So, what can like that upcoming artist? What do you think they have to do to be mentioned along with them?
You got to do more than music,
Mm,
and what I mean by that, you have to really connect with the community, connect with your friends, your fans, and family. Like they didn't get into that top 5 of my list, overnight. They put in the work, they put in the years and everything, and they definitely connected to the community.
yeah,
There was times where we wasn't able to perform hip hop, but they would let them artists perform because they was like, hey, yo, they put enough work. You feel me? Because you know how it is in Indianapolis with all the violence and stuff. So,
mm.
like I said,
But
just
people will know their songs word for word, which is crazy.
boop boop
Being in Indianapolis, yeah,
boop.
yeah. Shout out Paris.
Punisher, you feel me? Like,
Yeah,
come on now,
no,
like
yeah, the classics,
so.
and it shows the impact they've had. They get real love from the people here. It's not
Hmm.
just they're popping on Spotify or whatever, but it's like they actually get real love from the people, which
No,
is
definitely.
that's rare.
Yeah,
There's only a small list of people that Indianapolis loves like that.
yeah, you feel me? I want to give an honorable mention to Billy as well.
Yeah,
Billy,
shout
you
out
feel
Billy.
me? Billy been putting in work. I love seeing what he been doing since he got out. Cause especially like people like him that at the time of their prime, you feel me? They got caught up in some legal trouble, and then when they're out, you want to see them get back, and they're actually getting back to it. Some people just
Hmm.
fall below and just be like, all right, I'm done. So it's dope to see, him and everybody else that's got out, free the guys that's doing they big ones. I fuck with
Yeah,
that. And shout out to Polo Boy too, boy. You been
yeah,
killing your shit.
yeah, yeah. There are a lot of artists. So what do you focus in your time on most right now between beats, artists,
So,
everything?
right now, two things. I'm focused on pushing myself consistently to be the best me. And, overall, it's through music, obviously, but that's through everything. There's things that people don't see behind the doors that I focus on. Like, I focus on how to be a better boyfriend to my girlfriend. You feel me? I focus how to be a better grandson to my grandmother. I focus on just how to be a better human being in general around everyone. You feel me? Then I also focus on um, once I focus on myself and how to help myself, I focus on how I can give back. Like I said, music is fun and everything, but it's my way of trying to connect to give back. So
Hmm.
that's been my biggest focus. Like, how do I go on this run to get my message out? That way I can start giving back.
Yeah, yeah, and like just to build that platform kind of by any means, but then it's like that really gives you the freedom to do whatever you want, which is like that's like everybody's end goal, is to
Hmm.
do exactly what they want to do, not to, like you said, be stuck at a 9 to 5 you hate.
Exactly. Focus on self first, and then second, you can focus on whatever you want. You feel me?
Yeah, no, that's real. uh I usually ask this: what do you want your legacy to be as a person?
Genuine. I want people to remember me as a genuine person. And that's just easy to say. You feel me? It's very hard to do. But, one thing that my girl be getting on me too much, she be like, you let people slide too much. You're too nice. You're
Mm-hmm.
too good of a guy. And I just, at the end of the day, I just want people to remember me for like he was a good guy. You feel me? Like if somebody was in the wrong, or if they got into it, you had to be in the wrong because this guy like that. So
Yeah,
I just wanted people to remember me for being genuine, being hardworking, chasing my dreams, and being a good representation of my city.
yeah, that's facts. And it's just true too. You can't crash out every time somebody else does something stupid. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like there is like you have to have a calm mentality to move through different cities. You know, to move through just day to
Mhm.
day, living the rap life or whatever. You know, where you're working every day, and people are seeing you. So of course there's gonna be haters and shit.
Of
But like
course.
you have to have like the mentality where you can't let that take you down from where you're at. You know?
Nah, I'm big on looking at everything, trying to find a positive and negative. So I don't even look at haters like haters. I look at them like people that don't know any better.
Yeah. What I was gonna ask this too. What is one of the biggest misconceptions now that you know you've hit the recent virality, whatever,
Yeah.
and just in general, what are sort of misconceptions people see from following your Instagram that isn't true about your life?
Everybody just think that I'm just like some cocky like porn star dude, like who's just like I don't know, arrogant. You feel me? And
Mm.
then once they finally meet me, the like yo, you're so calm, you're so chill, like I don't know. You on social media, you so turnt and everything, but then like you're real soft spoken and real chill and laid back. Cool as fuck.
Yeah,
So that's a big misconception. I'm really chill as hell. Just it's all social media, man. Entertainment.
yeah. No, that's facts, and it goes to show too. Even some of like the big artists and the people you see only online, they're still humans at the end of the day too. You know, they get off a flight and are tired too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. I wish people would realize that. I feel like the day that everyone realize that everybody human is the day that the world gonna be so much smoother.
That's facts. Yeah. Uh. So let me. I was gonna ask about like current events and shit. You know, because sometimes that gets more clips. But fuck that shit. So what do you are you like? Do you have like a religion or something that you know like guides you, or like how do you why do you choose to be like a good person, basically?
Man, I don't know. I don't even know if it's religion, man, or nothing like that. I don't know. My grandma installed into me and being good. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like even when bad come towards your way, cause don't get it don't get it twisted. I used to be a badass. You feel me? Like everybody know Nick as the good kid, but like people know Nick too as like that was the boy with the baby face that was getting away with everything. You feel me? But like as I got older and stuff like that, I just realized, I started losing friends that was doing the same thing that I was doing. You feel me? I started losing them to the system, the streets. Um, just we started falling apart. You feel me? And I think that just changed my whole concept. Like one day we gotta grow up. You feel me?
You see where you don't want to go.
You see exactly where you don't want to go, and then it's hard sometimes because when we growing, we get around our homies, and sometimes we get dragged back into that, or like you feel me, we might see what they doing and be like, oh nah, I can't fuck with them like that, and instead of doing that, sometimes we should just try to inspire our homies to see a different light. You feel me? Or love them from a distance. I seen niggas cut their day ones off before. You feel me? And then realize that we you see your life down a different way. You could have helped somebody else after you found out what life really is. You feel me? But instead, we all just be upset at each other and just be like, "Fuck it."
Yeah. And as much as you want to, sometimes you can't help another person until they're like until they want to get help. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
you can't force certain shit upon certain people. You know what I mean?
At all. So like I said, ain't nothing religion, man. It's just like
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's the way of living.
No, that's cool. Yeah. And I just like to ask because it's not there's not any judgment in either way.
Yeah,
I just feel like it's weird sometimes you can't talk about it. You know, when people have their own opinions and everything. Like I feel like you should be able to talk about whatever you think instead of
exactly.
like bottling it up or some shit.
No, definitely, man.
Yeah. And there because there is a lot of like fucked up shit kind of in there too.
Yeah, I wish we would all just get the one concept that there's good and bad, and even though we might all believe in one thing, we all still believe in something. And I believe we all believe in ourselves. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah, if you don't believe in yourself, it's gonna be a shitty ride, you
Yeah,
know.
that's what I'm saying. So like, and that's where you see the outcome of how like people keep themselves going. When you believe in yourself, you're in a good spirit. When you don't believe in yourself, you're most likely in a bad spirit.
Yeah. No, that's because yeah, either one, you're optimistic about the future, or you think nothing's gonna get better, or whatever, you know what I mean? And you're like, oh fuck it, you know, and then that
Exactly.
affects your whole mindset, what you do, everything.
Yeah.
So another thing that affects the mindset that we were talking about is weed. Uh, what's the best weed you've seen, especially being around like different people now? You know, and you said you're around like Boozy and stuff. I don't know if you were like smoking with Boozy, whatever.
Nah.
But
Yeah.
but I'm saying, what's the best weed you've come across?
What's the best weed I came across so far? What was it? That shit had me high as fuck.
Oreo Runts.
Oreo Runts and Black Ice, y'all, in Arizona. I'm talking, well, California, but when I say, boy, I was curled, it was some good shit. It had me curled up in a fetal position, boy. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm talking about, like, I was hungry, eating up shit and everything, and passed the fuck out on a pillow like this.
Damn, that's crazy.
What about you? Hold on, what about you? What's the best weed you smoke? You smoke weed?
Oh yeah, I smoke weed. Yeah. So, there have been times like that where at a dispensary you can buy this shit called RSO. Have you ever heard of that? Rick Simpson oil. Yeah. Yeah, she
Hey,
knows.
hey.
Because at a dispensary, most of them, like, you know, Colorado, Cali, whatever, it's like 100 milligram edibles for recreational.
Mm-hmm.
But the Rick Simpson oil has like 700 to 800 milligrams in it because it's like 70 to 80%. It's like a 1 gram. It's like a little syringe of like this liquid shit. Yeah, tar looking shit. So I did it a couple of times, right? Like I would squirt out the whole thing onto like a chip, eat it. I was cool. And then there's like one time though, I was in Denver and I did this shit. Like people thought I was dying. Like I swear,
you
like
you turn red.
No, like I could not stay awake. Like I was like literally like nodding out. I think I was crying and shit. Like just because I was that fucking high. You know what I'm saying? I felt fine, but it was crazy. And like literally they were like trying to check my pulse and like it was like they thought I was like dead off the weed and because they didn't know what the fuck. They're like, a syringe of weed. That doesn't sound right. You know what I mean?
Man, boy, nah, you sound high as fuck right there. If they checking on you like that,
I swear it was crazy. That was probably easily like the most like stuck I've ever been. Where like I couldn't like stay awake or anything. Like I was like just going in and out. It was wild.
Have you ever stopped at a stop sign and was waiting for it to turn green?
Bro, yeah. I just like 2 nights ago, I was fucking at the Taco Bell drive-thru. She handed me my food in my car, and I was just sitting there waiting for her to like hand me something else and shit. I was like, I'm fucking fried. Like I need to go home. It's crazy. She was like looking at me and shit. I was like, it was weird. Yeah, literally. But yeah, and that's why I wish weed was legal here too, because it's like it feels so stupid when you go to other cities and you realize how not bad it is and like how fine it is being legal and how like they're probably making money off this shit anyway because they tax.
Exactly.
But and then you come back here and it's like they could take your life, you know, like away
and stuff
yeah,
like
your
that.
freedom, yeah. It just seems so stupid.
It is. That's why I'm out west, my boy.
Yeah.
You feel me? I love them dispensaries, man. You feel me? No risk, no trouble. The plug ain't answering. I'm not worried. I'm about to go to the
and you're gonna get more consistent shit because every once in a while, even the plug that has gas, they'll give you some bullshit just every once in a while.
I ran out. I'd be like, well, I'm gonna go to the dispensary that probably still got some options left.
Right. They got Tuesday specials and shit.
Yeah.
Now, why do you think weed is illegal here? Like, do you think there's some sort of conspiracy of like, because it seems like if you ask a random person, should weed be illegal? They're like, it's not that bad. But legally, it's like scheduled like it's heroin or crack, you know? So
man, you gotta think like the reason why is because like this is one of the last states. Like for one, this is one of the most racist states in America. You know, the KKK was formed down here. So if anything, you feel me? We are a controlling state. You feel me? Like they're not about to let that happen. You feel me? If anything, they want to do it legally, still catch you up, take your freedom, but still take all your drugs and make money off of it and put it back on the streets. Yeah. It's a system in the game.
What I've heard too is all the prisons in Indiana but one are private prisons, and they get paid like $50 to $100 per inmate per day to get people in their jails. By the federal government pays them that. So it's like they're literally incentivized to find ways to get people to fuck up parole. You know what I
No,
mean? And to
literally.
get people back in the jail.
Nah, I know this. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm saying, like, that's why they're making more money illegally behind the scenes and stuff like that. Which they're watching me. They're like, oh no, we got him. We got to get him. You feel me?
Yeah.
But like, nah.
We're in Arizona right now anyway.
Yeah.
Just fuck Indiana.
That's why I left. But nah.
No,
So like,
it makes you want to leave though, because it's like it is weird to start up a life if you smoke in a place where like you could just be enjoying your night, literally watching a movie, relaxing, and then they come like, oh, we smell weed in here. You know what I mean?
oh yeah.
It's like what?
Nah,
Like,
definitely.
It just seems weed grows naturally in Indiana. You know what I mean? Like some farms and shit, you'll see weed, marijuana grow
I know.
just randomly.
Man, like I said, it's gonna be a long time to get past that. Atlanta the same way. You feel me? Atlanta, you know, we not legal in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying. It's all the system in the game, man. But eventually they're gonna be like, okay, we could just make money off of just opening dispensaries and make it legal. But like I said,
But they're making more money off the fucked up side of it.
Yeah. So that's literally why it's not legal down here. But you know, hopefully eventually that changes, because if you notice, the states around us is becoming like Michigan. You feel me?
Every state,
Ohio,
Illinois.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, Indy, come on, Naptown. Let's wake up now. We
Yeah.
can't still be sleeping at. How you what? You know what I mean?
We should have the weed that puts you to sleep. You know what I mean?
At the gate.
Because Indiana has hella farmland. You know, we could be better than Cali, possibly. I don't know. You know,
about
kind of
that.
shit,
I don't
yeah.
know about Cali, but
Yeah.
I feel you. You trying to push us. I get it.
Yeah. No, but so what do you have coming up that you want people to know about?
So right now I got my project Envision out. You know, that's with my single Closer to My Dreams. I got that going out right now. I got a single also about to come out called What You Want. You feel me? That's Naptown. That's some shit. I need y'all backing me behind that. You feel me? That's some shit we gotta show them how we turn out. Y'all seen how Side the Baby did me. He said, "How you what? What the fuck is that? Come on now." That's what I said.
No, but I thought that was cool as fuck though, that you're putting them on to the Naptown shit.
Yeah, come on. When I drop What You On, man, you feel me? We gotta let them know what we be on. You feel me? So I got that coming out, and then also, man, I got podcast that's dropping here soon. You know, with the Everyday is Friday show. Man, y'all just gotta keep up with me. It's a EP dropping every month. I got an EP dropping September 5th called Growth and Development. You feel me? And it's gonna be tracks reflecting my growth throughout my years, you know, with the music.
That's dope. So you say you were at Boozy's house?
I definitely was, yeah.
He's like, people in the younger generation probably don't realize how influential he was, because especially obviously in Louisiana, whatever, but even here, to a lot of people, he is their GOAT.
No,
you know,
I be
like
trying
he's
to
their
tell
top.
I was telling my girlfriend this. I was like, listen, people don't realize this nigga Boosie. You know how people look like Jay-Z, like, oh, he Hove, like he's like Hove in our city. You feel me? Like dead ass, like, you know. Like you don't hear too many people be like, man, put on Jay-Z. They gonna tell you put on some Boosie before.
Yeah, set it off.
I was just about to listen. There's a reason why Set It Off can't be played at the club down here, man. There's a reason why every time the DJ buzz start, you hear, yeah, we ready to set off in this mother, and the security come up and be like,
yeah,
come on now.
Then they gotta go smoking on purple. Ease my mind, try to chill it out. You know,
yeah, you feel me? Come on now, but.
So what was that like?
It was, bro. I felt like I was in my uncle's backyard, bro. But it was just big as fuck. I'm talking about, like, to the point. All right, so he got the pool, he got the DJ booth, and then I look over. He got a fucking basketball court, full court. Then if you look behind that, it's just a big ass field that's mowed that says Boosie. Inside the head. Then he got like these cages that had like exotic animals inside of it and everything.
In Atlanta?
You thought we was somewhere not real. Like, it was crazy.
What type of exotic animals?
Man, horses, llamas, whatever the fuck he can find, type shit. You feel me?
Damn.
I didn't go over there. I was just like, man, fuck it. I ain't even about to go over there. You feel me? Cause one time I actually been to Boosie house before this happened, and I'm not gonna hold you, dead ass. It was a horse running around his fucking field, like just like no,
like wild.
Like wow, just like he lets it. Like he owns horses. Like
That's
the
dope.
horses and the dogs just be
So it's
running.
like a whole farm, basically. It sounds like a
Man,
whole
it's
area.
Boosie land, man. You feel me? And
That's
then
fire.
like I said, it's like my uncle backyard. Like, you know, we had a pool party, man. I ran up to him. I was like, "Hey, Boo." He was like, "What's up?" I was like, "Can I go play on the basketball court?" He was like, "Yeah. Go enjoy yourself, man." So you know, it was cool as fuck. That like I said, running into Sada. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I wasn't even expecting Sada to walk up to me and holler at me, nigga. I'm over here drunk as fuck eating crab legs at the stand and everything. And then like I looked
It was at Boosie's house. You ran into
he
Sada?
had a crab leg stand at his fucking house. Yes.
That's crazy.
I'm talking about Sada walks up. I look over with a crab leg in my hand. I said, "Oh shit, nigga, it's Sada." This nigga looked at me. He said, "Yeah, it's Sada." Then we just start chopping it up, and then he started telling me. He was like, "Where you from?" I was like, "Man, I'm from the Nap." He was like, "I fuck with that, man, but I don't know, man." He said, "You know, I don't know what all that shit, man. How you what?" And it didn't register for.
He said, "How you what?"
He said,
Oh,
"I don't
shit.
know, man. That how you what?" And it didn't register at first to me because I'm drunk as hell. I was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "You know, how you what?" I said, "Wait a minute. So what the fuck you know about how you what?" You feel me? And then that's how I started up that whole video. But I did have somebody that was from Nap that did vouch for me though. You feel me? So you know, I had Rockstar.
And I saw D3 was there.
Yeah, D3 was there too, but like he wasn't there. He left, cuz that's my that's literally my blood cousin. Like
Really?
you feel me? No, that's my cousin.
He's cool too.
But yeah, I'm supposed to be going to the studio tonight, but like I'm talking about nobody was there to help me there. That they Sada ended up FaceTiming Rockstar from Nappyville, and he was like, "Yes, bro, how you what is a slang." He was like, "What it mean?" He was like, he was like, "It means what's up, what's good." It can also be taken as a bad terminology, like what, like you know, how you what, like what's up? You trying to pop shit? Like yeah, so it can go different ways.
Yeah, no, but that's dope. And Sada Baby has been here a lot more than most artists. Like some of those Detroit artists, I'm not saying like he got his footing here or whatever, because of course he was doing it every city probably.
Yeah.
But he would be here a lot. Like I remember before COVID, we were gonna pay him like $4,000 to do a show. Like before, sort of. I mean, now his price is probably through the roof compared to that.
I already know that he is.
Yeah, but he was here though. You know,
I remember he was coming here a lot. I actually I told him, I was like, "Man, last time I seen you, it was at Castleton Mall. You had on a Pacer jersey."
No, that's crazy. And the reason I asked about Boozy too, and this sounds fucking crazy to say and shit, but I actually had a dream. I met Boozy like on a train, and we were like smoking together and shit. And he was like skipping the rotation, be like, "Nah, hit this weed," you know what I mean? So like, it's like a goal of mine now to make sure that like I eventually meet him in person. You know what I mean?
Is it a goal to meet him or to smoke with him?
For sure, smoke with him. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. You gotta make the dreams come true. You know?
It's very obtainable. I will say that, my boy.
And I work with T-Rel a lot. You know, who has ties with Boozy and a lot of other artists here. I've mixed different features and stuff from him, but they always say he is like more like a humble like hustler type, where like he'll go, you know, to like a random studio or like to somebody's crib studio and like be about the bag, you know, and work with the upcoming artists, where some people get to that level and they only go through the label or something.
Yeah, nah, like Boosie really like he one of the realest niggas we got left. Like I remember when we was there, Bankroll Freddie, you know, free Bankroll Freddie, you know, he FaceTime Bankroll Freddie while the girls was twerking. Let him just see it, like you know, showing him the girls twerk like that. You know, like Boosie could be there enjoying that shit himself, but he was like, "Man, let me show my homies who like the," you feel me? And then him going to the studios and doing this shit, like that's how him and D3 linked up. You know, just going to work. Like he a bag chaser. You feel me? And yeah, it's all respect to him. Like I said, like.
But I think by doing that, he paints a more realistic picture of how to do it, because it's not easy. Like it is a lot of fucking grind.
It is. But he shows you a way how to deal with the fame and reality and still be able to be yourself. You feel me? I think that's the difference, and this is why we love Boosie, because some people come up a certain way, and then when they get money or get fame, they switch up. And Boosie never really switched up. Yeah, he bought him a bigger crib. Yeah, he got away from him, Louisiana. But anybody to this day would tell you, and I don't even know Boosie like that. I like hung out with him a couple times, met him. You feel me? Chatted up with him and everything. When I say I feel like I'm talking to someone like I knew damn near like 20 years plus, you feel me? Like he watched me grow up just because I watched him growing up.
Yeah.
So.
And it's like you said, how you want your legacy to be like authentic. I feel like he kind of, I mean, I don't know him, so I'm not trying to like act like I know him or whatever,
Right.
but it seems like that's why you feel like you already know him is because he's authentic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like, he inspired me to kind of portray that in my music, just being authentic. You feel me? Because I remember I was telling a podcast back in Arizona the story, like when my dad brought Boosie down here, Boosie and Webby, when I was like 7, or no, not when I was 7, like probably like 9 or 10. And when I seen him perform, I just seen how lit he had everybody, and
Uzi
how,
and Webby together were on top.
and how man, when I said they had him on the far east side too, like they ain't had him down there. We on the far east side at a hotel,
That's
and
crazy.
they rented out the little ballroom, little room, and had Boosie and Webby in there. Yes, man. When I said like, to watch that and see them had them turn, like I was a 10-year-old nigga getting twerked on by the older chick too. Like I swear Boosie had that going on for me. He don't even know that. That's why I said like, but to see him perform like that and be so interactive with everybody, like, he never been too famous for a motherfucker, and I love that.
That's awesome. And he literally uses social media better than most of the young people. Because his age and his era, they didn't have to fucking learn how to be a TikToker.
Nah, not at all.
But the way he uses it, he shows him his real self, and he has fun with it more so than like, he doesn't have to pay somebody to make bullshit content for him because
Exactly.
he's being like authentic with it, which makes it fun and easier to do than having to put on a big show every time you want to go live.
Exactly. I don't even think he with a label. Is he? I think he.
Well, probably not.
Not anymore. Not. I know he used to, but like, that's why I said I see the hustler out of him. Like he literally be booking his own shows.
That's sort of the misconception about being independent is he probably still has a distribution deal tied with somebody, or like his badass Ian. I don't even know if he's still like under the badass ENT thing or whatever, but they, like that could be an umbrella above it of like, Republic Records or something.
Right.
Because a lot of the times that happens too, where even though they like OVO was their own label, but they were still tied to like Republic or somebody. Yeah. And it's like there's sort of misconceptions where it's like you can be independent and own a lot of your shit, but you're not going to do it by yourself. Like you still got to have that team. You still got to have a plan of how you're going to get it seen, marketing, distribution, And what I mean by distribution too is like the step up from DistroKid where they become your new DistroKid. You give them a percentage, and their whole job is to get you playlisted and stuff. But they're incentivized because now they get 20% of your song. So they want you to get millions of streams,
Yeah, so they can get more money in percentage. Yes, sir. Yeah. That's exactly it. Mm-hmm.
Is there anything we haven't hit on?
Nah, man, we touched on a lot, man. Like I said, we touched on a lot. Like the project. Shout out to everyone that is out here working down here. My porn career. You feel? Yeah, nah, we tapped in on a lot of that. Like I said, bro, I really appreciate you having me here too, cause you the first podcast that I've done down here so far.
Really?
I swear to God.
I appreciate your time too. That's dope.
That's why I said like. Treese, shout out to y'all, shout out to Studio Drew, man.
Go hard with that shit tomorrow.
Man,
That's dope. And just content wise and everything, that's gonna be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to collab on some beats and shit too. I've been trying to cook up
more
recently.
Listen, I'm gonna be here till Monday. I'm gonna be here till Monday. We definitely gonna get in while I'm here.
Oh yeah, well, I appreciate your time.
Appreciate you too, man. Thank you. How you what?